What's up, everybody? It's challenge time, as you may have guessed from the title of this video. I'll preface it. I'll say the challenge was brought forth by Shane's Craft Beer Review right here on my T-shirt, but he didn't technically challenge me. He was challenged by Bucks County Beer Review, I believe, and then he went through with it, and he was like, "Hey, I'm not challenging anybody, but if you want to do it, it would be fun." So I guess the challenge is you got to eat 3 tins of sardine and you got to drink 32 ounces of beer. So kind of wanted a beer that's a little bit more moderate to the palate, so I'm just going to go with Allagash White. Got the glass filled up. Still pretty cold. I've actually had some trouble with my last 32-ounce attempts because the beer was too damn cold. But we'll hopefully that'll warm up a little bit. It's not that easy to chug cold beer, I will say. Anyway, although in all my infinite stupidity, I picked up the sardines. I didn't buy any saltines. I was used to. I've eaten quite a few sardines as snacks when I was younger, so I'm well aware of the sardines. But I would always pair them with saltines. Excuse me. So I don't have any of those. So we're gonna substitute with some tortilla chips. Ray from the Alkanauts hopping on. Why? Perfectly good beer. Oh, no, Ray. I didn't know you were a fish hater, my friend. Oh, that saddens me. That saddens me. So we'll take a little bit off the top, and I guess we'll start with an old beer review for Allagash White, which is definitely never been on the channel because it's kind of a bigger beer and has been around for a long time. Does have a Belgian nose. A little bit of banana. Get some spice. Maybe it's the coriander. Everyone always says coriander when they're drinking a Belgian. That's got it. Who else hopped on? Paul from PA Brew News. Hello. Cheers. Cheers indeed. Cheers with this bad boy. Yeah. So I'll take some off the top. Wet the old whistle. Whoop. I like fish more than wet beer. I don't. I won't argue that actually. Wheat beers, wheat beers are not my first choice. Belgians, Hefeweizens, they're not my first choice by any stretch of the imagination. Chug challenge. It will. It won't be a full 32 because I'll drink this throughout the sardines, but it's a chug challenge of sorts. Now I don't have all the different flavors that Shane found in the sardines, but I guess tried to break it up a little bit. So we got one that's sardines and olive oil. We got another that's no salt added, which is nice for me because they're quite salty food, as it were. And then wild sardines and extra virgin olive oil, whatever the culinary differences between olive oil and extra virgin olive oil. You got me. I didn't go to culinary school. So we'll bust open the first one. Look at that. Ray can already, if Ray's are still, oh, he's not on. I was gonna say if Ray's still on, he can smell this through the internet probably. All right, we'll peel that off. And we'll go with the first one, huh? There it is. Maybe I should put these in front so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so there's the first sardine. Dumped it on the old chip. I've never actually paired fish with beer before, so I'm going to be very curious to see how the flavors mix. That tastes like sardine. Damn tasty. I have no idea how long this is going to take, by the way, so we're just going to sit and hang out. Because I know I can eat fish fast, and I can chug reasonably fast, so we'll see how long it takes. But we're not to the chugging part yet. We got to finish all these sardines. So if anyone hops on, join the conversation and subscribe below. I've actually finally got some beer reviews coming in the channel. One's dropping in about half an hour, and another one Thursday, and a couple more next week. So I'm probably got some beer reviews back on the channel. As always, the channel is home to the Sunday Scares with Bucks McGee podcast, as well as the Red and Red Real Reviews podcast. But the beer reviews are back. I finally got some edited. So here's the next one on my little faux saltine situation and a tortilla chip. Sardines are so good. Working the beer down pretty well, so we'll do one more before I take the next sip. Yeah. And let me just say, if any of this doesn't go according to plan or is a miserable failure, you can blame this guy right here, Shane's Craft Beer Review. Blame him. I'm sure Allagash loves this product placement. Who knows? Maybe they do. You never know, because they are from Maine. They are from Maine, so that's obviously one of New England's seafood capital of the world. So, although that being said, obviously the West Coast is pretty hardy for seafood too. But I'm a New England boy in my blood, so that, as far as I'm concerned, that's the seafood capital. All right, next one. A big old slob of sardine there. One thing I'm concerned about is having enough chips. Hopefully, I poured out enough chips here too. Oh boy, thought my camera's gonna fall over. That wouldn't be good. Trying to rock the table too much. Rock the Casbah. See, I'm trying to pace these out a little bit because I think Shane, if you recall Shane's video, Shane is admittedly not the biggest chugger in the world. So what he did was he just ripped through all the sardines. He didn't do his live. He pre-produced his challenge, so he didn't do his live, and he kind of ripped through the sardines pretty quickly, and then had a big stein of beer to chug, which he's not the biggest chugger in the world anyway. So I think he kind of set himself up for a situation he probably didn't want to be in. Well, I'm gonna pace mine out. a little bit more. And I could chug this one. So, who is that hop on? Who is this guy? What's up, beer for breakfast, facts for snacks? Shane he didn't really send the challenge out to me, but Bucks County Beer Review sent the challenge out to him for this sardine and beer challenge. So why not? I'm going to take it apart. I'm all for a gimmick. See if I can go viral with it. The challenge is probably long past, so nobody probably cares about this anymore. I'm not going to lie. I really don't. I really don't taste like there's no competing flavor, but they don't complement each other either. It's just fish and beer. Like neither one of them is affecting each other. Oh, you did this one too, huh? I love it. Me too. These are like snacks. These were like snacks when I was a kid. So, a big fan of sardines. I'm a big fan of anything that comes out of the water, actually. This is gonna be a pretty small chug by the time I'm done with it. And yeah, Wayne. Yeah. Old Bucks County himself. Next one. And the last one's kind of small. I'll find a smaller chip for that. What is this? What is this? That's what makes sardines. Oh God. No. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know. Maybe the water one. Maybe the water one I will dip in because of course beer has water in it, so it may not affect it. It may not affect the flavor too much. I'm not necessarily worried about the sardines being beer flavored. I'm worried about the beer becoming sardine because the beer kind of. You ever like have a meal that doesn't necessarily go well with beer? Like if you're gonna have alcohol with a meal, you would you kind of think like how to pair, like bourbon goes with this, wine goes with that, liquor, vodka goes with that, tequila goes with this, whatever the case may be. You ever have like a situation like that where you make a meal, you're really amped to eat it, and then you have a beer with it, and it just does not go together? So I'd be a little bit worried that the fishy flavor into the beer would not be the greatest thing. If it was a lager, maybe if it was a lager. But you know what? A lager probably carries the flavor of the fish more than a wheat beer would anyway. All right. One down. It's fantastic. So, go to the next one. These are sardines in water with no salt added. I like the idea of that, actually. I've never seen a no salt, low sodium sardine variety. Although, actually, that's not too bad. Let's see. What was the other? Did I throw it away? No, I put it over here. That's actually a significant difference. So these ones, the olive oil ones, were 340 milligrams of sodium. That's quite a bit. Something I need to watch. So that's probably why I don't eat sardines that much, because of the sodium content. But these, the ones with no salt added in water, are only 170 milligrams of sodium. So that's nothing. So that's really good. Actually, that's good to know. That's good to know that they make that. So we'll do with number two. Number two, the healthier variety. Actually, while we're on the top, oh my God. Come on, get off, tin. There we go. While we're on the topic, I'll check out the third one. 260. Well, okay, so this one actually, the extra virgin olive oil is actually less sodium content than the first one with just regular olive oil. Yeah. So that's good. All right, there's the next one. I don't think I poured myself enough chips, but we'll just eat them out of the tin if I run out of chips, huh? Yeti! Yeti! Sardine nonsense. Okay, Yeti, I gotta ask, are you anti-sardines like Ray? Or are you anti-nixing? Is this like a don't cross the sword situation? No beer and fish, no beer and sardines. So we'll get the next one ready. Look at this. Oh, look at this meaty bastard. Look at this meaty bastard. Look at that. Oh God. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Eek! I'm running behind on comments too right now. Ah. Hold on. I fix. All right, I fix. All right. I kind of made it like a taco. Sardine tortilla chip taco. Yeah, see? You met him. You met him in July. You'll know. Don't knock it. What we got here? I have never had ever. Oh my goodness! What is everyone doing? Hey, you know. Hey, look at this guy, the legend from the Isle of Man. Oh, if I could actually click the comment. Sorry, Dave. What's up, sir? I'm on the first one out of this tin. I made a little sardine taco, if you would. Certainly, Dave. I saw crazy Americans are, I guess, doing a challenge. I'm probably late to the party. It's the fad's probably passed. But the challenge was to eat 3 tins of sardines. So that was the first one. This is the second one. The third one's behind your comment. Got to do 3 tins of sardines, and 32 ounces of beer. It has to be 32. And whatever's left, obviously, got to chug it. It's fun, and thanks. Was it Wayne's idea, Drew? Did Wayne originate it? Right? I'm blind. This and kippers. Kippers. You may have to educate the us Americans. What's a kipper? Is that a fish? Educate us Americans. It is election day after all. Woo! Shout out. So I'll go back to Slurpy Dave's comment because I'm curious what this kippers thing is. So I'm going to dive in on the next one. Toss this one on here. Not quite the taco. Actually, it's like the type of taco you would want your taco to be stuffed. A lot of stuff. I can't believe Yeti never had one. Yeti never had a sardine. That's crazy. Yuppers. I'm not gonna lie. If anyone's nervous about doing this, the flavors really aren't mixing with each other. They're really not. Like I said, they're not. I said before, they're not complementing each other, but they're not competing with each other either. They're kind of just like two ships passing in the night. So if you think the streams shouldn't cross and this would be disgusting, it's really not, because they're not fighting with each other. They're really not fighting with each other. And I'll prove it again right now. Because I'm working my way through this beer pretty well. I'll make the challenge more than 32 ounces. Because I bought a 6-pack of 12-ounce cans, so you do the math. Obviously, that's more than 32 ounces. So, whoa! Where did all these comments come from? Okay. Thank you for the education, Slurpy Dave. Smoked herring. I don't know if. Now, I've seen, actually in the grocery store, I saw herring in little tins like this. But I'm used to herring being bait. Like, I'm throwing herring in to catch a swordfish, to catch a bass. the herring, I don't know if I've ever eaten herring just to eat it, like as a sardine. So I don't know if I don't think I've ever actually had herring, just because it's herring is bait to me. Trying to figure out how many of these I have, because there's 2 left in here. That's all right. Maybe there might be like 1 or 2 left at the bottom of this. Canned fish as well. So yeah, so I remember, actually, like I said, I do. Oh boy, I thought I was gonna knock my camera over again. I do remember seeing them in the grocery store when I picked up these. Like I said, I'm just herring to me that I put on the end of a hook and I throw it in the ocean, try to catch a bigger fish. That's not so. Herring's not something I snack on. Oh god, Manx. Manx must be Isle of Man. You're kind of native. I don't want to say dialect, but like USA, Americans, Canada, Canadians. Manx is that, I'm guessing. What's Yeti saying? I've had anchovies. So it's a little strange. Never. Yes, but like anchovies, I noticed. First of all, not visually appealing to me, which is weird because I have no problem eating the sardines. The anchovies are not visually appealing to me, but I see the anchovies as like a third the size of a sardine. Like if I lift up one of the sardines, obviously it probably doesn't look that big on the camera. Like an anchovy is like a third the size of that, and you lay them over. Like to me, an anchovy you lay it over the pizza, or you lay it over a salad. Probably more so a salad than a pizza. I can't get that in my head. Put it on pizza, but certainly over a salad. So anchovies, like I see, as like a topping, the crouton of the sea, if you would. Not necessarily something you just snack on. Like a sardine, I can eat a tin of sardines, and that's a nice little snack, you know. Dave. This is an interesting little recipe, huh? A couple of pickled eggs would go down well. Oh, so okay, Slurpy Dave. I got if you're still on, hopefully you're still on. Interesting. I got a fun little story. So speaking of chugs, one of my Instagram homies, he doesn't do it anymore, and I can't blame him because it looks absolutely freaking disgusting. But he would take the egg. He'd take an egg, a raw egg, mind you, crack it, or was it raw? I think it was raw. Crack it, dump it in the beer, and chug the beer. So, now, you want to talk about nasty-ish. That's nasty-ish. A raw egg, dump it in the beer, and then throw it back. Now, that would be a challenge. I don't know if my digestive system could withstand that, but that would be a challenge. Drew, why don't you be our science experiment and try that out for us? Raw egg, crack it, dump it in a stein of beer. All right. Gonna drop it on here. Kind of taco-esque. Yeah. That's skill. Throw a piece of food down your mouth when you're looking at the camera and not at the food. Hand-eye coordination, baby. One of my very first videos, 18-year-old pickled eggs with my is okay. And now that invokes some curiosity on my part. So I have to know, was it by accident or by design? Like, was our pickled eggs supposed to last that long? Like, is that a delicacy? Is that considered a delicacy? If you let eggs sit for 18 years and then eat them, even without the beer. So I'd be curious about that. Or it was just like, wow, I found these eggs buried in the shed for 2 decades, and well, I got to do something with them. I might as well drink them I might as well eat them with a beer. So I would be curious. I would be curious to know. I would be curious to know if that was by accident or by design. Sorry, Dave. All right, last one in this tin. And we got one more tin left. Oh, boy. Don't do that. Cheers or bottoms up? What do you say? What do you say to this? Is it cheers? Is it bottoms up? My hand got a little floppy from that. 2 down. All right, got the third one. So yeah, just to revisit the. So this is a different brand. These two are store brand of a local farmers market by me, Sprouts. And we had this conversation a little while ago. They tasted like dog shit. 18-year-old pickled eggs. What do they taste like? Dog shit. Amazing. So, in whatever event someone's hopping on late, we had this conversation before with the sodium content in these, and these regular olive oil for the sardines. The sodium content was pretty high at 340 milligrams. It's pretty high for a little tin. And then this one, which is no salt added, just served in water. I actually like the flavor of that. It wasn't oily or anything. It was pretty light. Only 170 milligrams of sodium. So pretty healthy, just do it like that. And then these ones, kind of right in the middle. So these are also an olive oil, but it's extra virgin olive oil. And the sodium content's 260. So, something not low, but, reasonable. Within a, kind of reasonable, I don't want to say margin of error, but I'm not going to have too much left over to chug, but I kind of I guess I semi-planned it that way. These look clean. Look at those. Oh God, let's not spill it on my puzzle. Yeah, check out that. They're pretty clean looking. Yeah, maybe I'll get a better look of it. Not the dog shit pickled 18-year-old eggs. Yeah, so they pretty clean looking sardines in that tin. So last one. Yeah, my chug's getting pretty close to the bottom. It's not going to be very big chug. Mm-hmm. So now you're come out there like a log. It doesn't even sit on the chip. Look at that thing. It didn't sit on the chip right. All right. We'll do this in 2 bites since it's such a perfectly physique of a sardine. So I'm actually getting a kick out of this, the flavor between each box. So this one takes it like the sardines that I'm used to, like just regular kind of oily, fishy sardine flavor. These tasted super clean. It was just kind of the flavor of the sardine. There was no oil, no grease, anything like that. It was just kind of like a nice fish, seafoody flavor. These, that's this one, which is a different brand. I never finished my point before. So those were both branded from my local farmer's market. This one's this Wild Planet Company, whatever they are, whoever they are. And these ones, they taste clean. They taste just as clean as the water ones, the no salt added ones. But they've got this like kind of floralness to them as well. A little bit of a lemony. A little bit of a lemony flavor too. So almost like a drying finish. I feel like I'm describing a beer right now. Drying finish, a little bit of a lemony undertone. And light, like it doesn't taste oily at all, which is, I mean, it says right there, served in oil, and you can look at it, it's covered in oil. The beer's still pretty cold. Which, if you hopped on late, you missed my detection of saying how the last couple 32-ounce chugs I've attempted haven't gone perfectly because the beer was pretty cold. And my hot take of chugging a cold beer is not necessarily the easiest task. So there's that one. This is almost like it's like a taco, but it's like a resting taco. You can almost see me. You can almost see me through the chip. That's how elevated the sardine is on the tortilla chip. That's one meaty sardine. Yeah, these have like, it's weird. It has like that lemony flavor. There's a lemony flavor. There's a little bit of a floralness to it. I didn't know extra virgin olive oil would do that to a sardine. I guess you'll learn something new every day, right? Well, maybe not every day. Some people don't leave their house. I do. I love my house, but I also love going out. Yeah, this isn't going to be much of a chug, so I'll apologize for that. It's definitely not going to be much of a chug. I worked through that pretty quickly. What am I at right now? 34 minutes? Holy shit. Oh, come on there. that, what is that, an onion? Pardon me, struggling moderately. Oh, what is this? Is it disconnected? It's like an onion. Look at that. Can I hold it in front of the black shirt? Yeah, there we go. I've never seen onions in a tin of sardines before. I've never seen that before. What is that? Never ever. Never ever. All right. There's that one. There's one more in there. At least one more whole one. What? These sardines were so perfectly physiqued. I wouldn't doubt if they're all whole. There's no little itty. Actually, the only one that was tore up was the water one. The regular olive oil one, the sardines were pretty intact. The water one, they were a little tore up. And then this one, they were like in perfect shape, perfect form. Freaking cold ass chug. No bueno. I hate chugging cold. I still do it because apparently I'm an idiot, but I don't like doing it. Whoops. Imagine doing this challenge on Instagram or TikTok where you don't have a half an hour, 20 minutes or half an hour to do the challenge. All right. I almost feel obligated to give a review of the sardines. I really like this, the extra virgin olive oil one. This one was fine, but this one tasted like sardines normally do to me. This is just regular sardines. This one, really good. If you just like seafood, if you don't want anything overly oily or overly greasy, this one's really good. Like, look for sardines just served in water with no salt added. You just get the flavor of the fish, and I mean, if you don't like fish, you probably will hate it. But if you like fish, genuinely speaking, you will probably really like that one. And then this one, the one I've got half a sardine left in my hand. I think this one's my favorite because this one, this has a lot of flavor in it, a lot of flavor that's like not normally there with sardines. It's got, like I said, it's got a bit of floral in it. It's got a lemony note in it. It's a lot of flavor in this one, the extra virgin olive oil one. Shane did one. I don't know if Canada just kind of does weird shit with their sardines, because he had one with like hot sauce or red peppers or whatever it was. For all I don't know, spaghetti sauce for all I don't forget what it was, but it was something red, something different in there, and that one sounded really freaking good. But I'm like looking at the shelves, like, because there's like different, they have different colored boxes. I'm like, okay, then maybe different flavors or whatever. So I'm looking for like the different ones, and this one was good to me. That was really good. All right, sardine one's done. That was easy. I agree with Shane with he said, "Oh yeah, I could do the sardine part. It's easy, but I love sardines." Well, yeah, fish is delicious. If you don't like fish, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. All right, I will clean out the tin. I don't know what these are, onions or something. There's that. All right, that one's done. There are some scraps in one of these. I think this is probably the water one. I don't want to be accused of chipping out on the challenge because there were scraps in the tin. Yeah, without any oil, dare I say, the sardines taste like tuna. It tastes like a tuna sandwich or a tuna salad or something like that. And I don't think there was anything in this one. Yeah, no anything in that one. That one held together pretty well. All right. Beer's empty. You saw it. Like I said, not much of a chug, but I'll change the headwear anyway for the Chug World Order. Cheers. There's that. Challenge complete, safe at home. 3 tins of sardines, 32 ounces of beer. That's all I got to say. So I'm going to issue that challenge next to the people that hopped on. That otherwise, I know Drew already did it, so I won't issue the challenge to him. But I will issue the challenge to Slurpee Dave, and I will issue the challenge to Ginger Yeti Road Beers. Sorry, my brain lapsed for a minute. Challenge issued to Slurpee Dave. Challenge issued to Ginger Yeti Road Beers. And even though he won't do it because apparently he hates fish, I will still issue the challenge to Ray from the Alkanauts. Later, everybody.